We've separated the B cells from different individuals, and now we are putting here their genome to try to separate the DNA from the RNA. So the RNA is where the products of the different antibody genes were generated, and we would want to read them in order to understand what is the code that they have and to try to track them before and after infection. For the first time, we could use a technique that allows us to read the genes that the immune system uses to produce antibodies and be able to track specific immune cells before and after infection in order to find out what happens to them after measles. Each circle that you see here is an individual cell. So we just could see them probably better here. So it's a bit further magnification. So we've developed a method that is able to capture all of this in one single tube, where we'll be able to read through the genes, and by decoding the sequence of these antibody genes, we could tell what kind of instruction does the B cell, does the immune cell give to our immune system to respond to a specific pathogen. All of this can be done at once. After measles, up to 5 years, people are have increased rate of other infections with other pathogens, which shows that there is an effect that we can observe on a population level, but whether every single one of us would be affected in exactly the same way, it really depends on what's the status of our immune system when we get infected.
We don't need to cut away from this, do we?
These two studies answer a question that's been foremost in scientists' minds for a really long time, which is, why is it that when you catch measles, afterwards there appears to be what some dub an immune amnesia? For a period of perhaps 5 years after infection, individuals who catch measles, not have the vaccine but catch natural measles, develop this state where they're much more susceptible to infection, and they even seem to be able to catch things that they'd previously become immune to.
No, the titer means, like...
Hope until the end of time, because I'm not coming back for this. When I'll be 90, I have...
Oily.
For vaccines like the vaccine against measles, we have live attenuated virus, which means that we present to the immune system an entire various components of a virus, but the virus cannot infect cells. So we just give it a sample of what a virus would look like without this virus being able to infect us. So in this case, we can build immune memory, but we don't cause immune suppression because the virus does not infect cells, does not kill cells. This mechanism that we detect for limited ability to respond to new pathogens, it actually makes it worse than you being just a kid that didn't get measles, because not only can you not respond to pathogens you've seen before, but your ability to respond to new ones is restricted. What the pathogens are would depend on which country do you live in, what other pathogens are around, what's your community like. If you live in a community where there are more people who experience measles or who don't vaccinate, you are more likely to get other infections because there will be more people susceptible.
while at the same time it's demolishing your immune response against everything else, measles infection is rendering you profoundly immune to ever catching measles again. Now, why should that be? There must be some reason, there must be some virological reason why it suits the purposes of measles virus to do this. But these two papers can't put their finger on it. And it's going to take more work to flesh out exactly what this is. But at least we know where to start now, and we know this is a real phenomenon.